Hello and welcome to What the Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Monday, February 22nd, 2021. Welcome to day 34. The U.S. death toll from the coronavirus topped 500,000 people, with more than 28 million confirmed cases. More Americans have now died from COVID-19 than in all of World War I, World War II, and the Vietnam War combined, and public health officials have said that the actual death toll is likely significantly higher. Dr. Anthony Fauci called the death toll a stunning, terrible, really horrible, and historic figure, adding that the U.S. had done worse than most any other country, despite being a highly developed, rich country. 1 year ago today, Trump suggested that the coronavirus is going to go away because we've had no deaths and we have it very much under control in this country. The virus has killed more than 2.4 million people around the world. Meanwhile, Biden altered the Paycheck Protection Program to direct more funding toward very small businesses and those owned by people of color, underserved communities, and underrepresented communities. Starting March 9th, businesses with more than 20 employees will be shut out of the PPP for 2 weeks. Biden criticized the program's early rollout for privileging larger businesses with existing banking connections, while smaller businesses struggled to obtain relief. The administration, however, has not said whether it will seek to extend the program after the current funding expires on March 31st. Moving on, the Supreme Court rejected Trump's last-ditch effort to keep his private financial records from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. After a 4-month delay, the court denied Trump's motion in a one-sentence order with no recorded dissents, clearing the way for prosecutors in New York City to receive 8 years of his tax returns and other financial records as part of an ongoing investigation into possible tax, insurance, and bank fraud. Manhattan District Attorney Cyrus Vance can now enforce a subpoena to Trump accountants at Mazars USA to turn over records that Trump has repeatedly refused to surrender. Mazars said previously it would comply with the final ruling of the courts. The work continues, Vance said in response to the Supreme Court's order. Meanwhile, the confirmation of Neera Tanden to lead the Office of Management and Budget is now in doubt after 2 Republicans and a Democrat said that they would vote against her nomination. Senators Susan Collins, Mitt Romney, and Joe Manchin said that Tanden's past actions on social media, including criticizing Bernie Sanders and Mitch McConnell, they also said Tanden did not have the experience or the temperament to lead the office. The White House signaled that it would continue to support Tanden despite her path to confirmation growing increasingly narrow. Back in the judicial branch, the U.S. Supreme Court also declined to take up Republican challenges to the presidential election results in Pennsylvania. Trump and the Pennsylvania Republican Party had urged the justices to review a Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruling that extended the deadline for receiving mail-in ballots until 3 days after the election. Roughly 10,000 ballots arrived during the 3-day window, short of the number needed to overturn Biden's 80,555 vote victory in the state. The justices offered no public explanation for their decision, but Justice Clarence Thomas dissented. Meanwhile, Dominion Voting Systems sued MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell for more than $1.3 billion, alleging that the Trump ally spread a baseless conspiracy theory that its voting machines were rigged because the lie sells pillows. Trump's lawyers, Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani, have also each been sued by Dominion for $1.3 billion in damages. Moving on, the Justice Department and the FBI are investigating communications between the rioters who attacked the Capitol and Roger Stone. For weeks, Justice Department officials have debated whether to open a full investigation into Stone, but if they find messages showing that Stone knew or took part in plans to disrupt the certification of Biden's electoral victory, officials would have a basis to open a full criminal investigation into Stone. Trump commuted Stone's sentence in July and pardoned him in late December, but the pardon does not protect Stone from future prosecutions. And finally, Trump will speak at next week's Conservative Political Action Conference, or CPAC, his first public appearance since leaving office. Trump reportedly intends to attack Biden's immigration plan and tell attendees that he is the Republicans' presumptive 2024 nominee for president. And in the polls, USA Today and Suffolk University say 17% of Trump voters believe Biden was legitimately elected president, while 73% say Biden was not.
That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditas.